us to be in contact. Okay, now you are live on YouTube. Hello, YouTube. Good morning. I'm Marcos. I'll be the host for this Talk and Talk immersion. I'm here with Brandon and Rafael, and we are talking about the way we work and why we work in this way. Talk and Talk is not an English school. Talk and Talk is a platform where we can practice not even English, but also Spanish, Italian, French, German, and Mandarin speaking. We believe that using these immersions as a platform to practice, anyone can go from the scratch to fluency in 12 months. I'm here in Talk and Talk since August 2024, almost 10 months by now. I've been a host since December, and actually I've been hosting 3 immersions per week on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays, always at 9 a.m. Brazilian time zone. I'm married. I'm 48 years old. I live in São Paulo. I'm father of 2 teenage daughters, 13 years old, twins who are starting at gym. I'm proud of this because this adolescents today, they don't go much to street. They don't have much opportunities to physical activities. So engaging in the gym will be good for their health in the future. I work in the technology field. Actually, I'm a project manager working for a company in the United States. I work remotely from Brazil, leading 3 different teams in this company. And Talk and Talk helped me with the process of getting the confidence needed to get approved in the process and to engage in my routine. Brandon, please introduce yourself.
Thank you, Marcos. Well, my name is Brandon. I live here in Brasilia, the capital of Brazil. I'm 31. I graduated in mechatronics engineering. I I had a specialization in UX research. I currently doing a specialization in math education and technology, and I really like playing chess. I like in camping and waterfalls. In free time, I like museums too, and currently seeking jobs. So it's that. Thank you.
Great. In what careers are you looking
Yeah,
for?
I I worked for the past 7 years in IT as a developer UX analysis. I work in all the life of software, cycle life development software. Mainly, the last position that I had, I was a UX designer and product manager in the last company that I worked. So, IT is the my uh, my rent. Whoa, it's where I get my money.
Great, man. You will find it soon.
Thank you.
Rafael?
So, hello, my name is Rafael. I'm 32 years old. I'm how said it? I have a bachelor's and a master degree in law, and I'm also a lawyer. But I prefer how said, my current position that is a PhD candidate. So I'm a researcher and a professor in law. I do classes in the in a French university that is the same university that I'm doing my PhD. My current research is about civil liability. That's a field of the law when you treat the damage. So when it happened an accident, we have to decide who will pay for this accident, who is responsible, liable, if what kind of damage we can have compensations and something like that. And I've been studying this field that's named as civil liability, especially the strict liability, during many years in the different ways. And it's something that I really like to do, and I would like to pursue this career like a professor. It's something that I really like. I love it. To be with the students, to discuss with them, to learn from them, and I think that the most powerful and how say that intelligent way to learn something is to try to explain for other people. So I really like it. This how say that this characteristic about my profession, and I'm here with you because I really want to improve my English. Nowadays, I realize that it's so important that I'm losing many opportunities. And nowadays that I speak French, I could realize that it's possible and totally, how say it, normal learn foreign language. And I just after did how say that have this knowledge in French, I could realize that I'm able to learn English, and I'm so happy to be here with you. To how say that I'm able to express myself, and that's it.
Okay, thank you. Guys, we have just 20 minutes. So I will choose our first question, then I will ask to choose the next ones. So I will go through the question number 3, and I will start with you, Brandon. Do you have any rules or habits that you follow strictly?
Yeah, strictly is something. Well, I should have more strictly rules, but something that I have as a habit is okay that I work with technology, but I really like the hardware called paper. So I always have some kind of paper to put things in materialize ideas. When we are talking with someone, when we are interviewing some clients, when we are discussing some things in a meeting, uh, I for sure I like some sharing some screen and making some brainstorms, but I really like to take notes in a hardware way of paper because I don't know, I feel more secure about that and writing things down. And then I can eventually read those things in the future. Oh, how we got here. 1 month, 2 months later, we are in some kind of uh, reflection of those ideas. I have these things to remember, to consult. So I guess this something that I could say that it's a habit or rule that makes me feel more secure about of my how I do things, my process of doing things. So yes, technology it's good, but pen and paper are the most ancient technology that we have, and I really like them.
I like it too. It's
Uh,
I feel that it makes me that helps me to connect ideas easily, to keep them, to storage them better in my brain.
yes.
It's not the same when I have a no uh, an app like a notepad or Word and just typing something or open a PowerPoint to make some drafts. No, I need to go to paper too, man. I totally understand you. And you, Rafael?
It's the same to me. I think that especially when I have to do a presentation or something like that, it's everything on paper because I think that I can thinking better. But to share other thing, especially at work, something that I don't know. I'm a very flexible person, but we have to create habits to how to say that to work easily. But so something that I always do is to start with the most important thing. So I created orders, and the first thing of my job, my day, because the work have a how say it a very central. It's a very central part of my daily routine. So I wake up early, not too early, but something like a 7 a.m., maximum 8 a.m. if I will, how say that, go to bed late. And I start with my work and I work 5 hours with the most important things. And after that, I keep working during the afternoon or even at night. But I'm already I have the feeling that my job is done, is already done. So I really like to start with the most important things of my day, and normally is my work. And in my work, I try to create this he or she to help me. And it's not just about the results, but it's more about my feeling because like that I can relax and do keep doing my work, but without pressure. So that's a habit that I have.
Great. It's the same for me. My my rabbit or rule is to have everything in my week well organized in my calendar. On Fridays, I look to my calendar and next week calendar and see, okay, what's happening? What should I change here? What is more important? So what should I prioritize because it's important? And as you said, Rafael, I start my day with the most important thing because if I fail in something, probably I will fail. I will not fail in the most important thing, or at least I will try to not fail on that because a lack of priority. Maybe because I found it was more. I realized that it's more difficult, or I need a different assets to deal with that in the middle of the task. But I will not. I don't like to fail because I a lack of priority. Oh, I I left this to the last minute, and well, it was not enough time. No, it's terrible for me. So I used to have my week and my day well organized. So as if in the Friday I do this for the next week, every day when I finish my working day, I look to the calendar, what's happening on the next day, and look for priorities to do. And I used to have some focus time, some buffer time in my agenda so I can arrange any unpredict task that comes. So every day I have 1 or 2 hours of focus time that I will use to accommodate something that is important. And if nothing important or nothing unpredicted comes, I will use to pay more attention, invest more time in the most important task of that day, or to read something, to engage in, to learn, to try a bit more of English, for example. That is the need. I need to have my day and my weeks well organized around the priorities. I don't like to leave the the tasks for the luck, as you used to say in Portuguese. Even when even with family trips, we used to have a well organized schema for that trip. Maybe we will change. We used to have some lacks of space to discoveries, but I don't like the idea of coming to a new place and okay, that I will see what to do there. No, that I will probably miss the best of the trip. So I used to have everything on my life well organized. Thank you, guys. Brandon, please feel free to choose the next one
Whoa.
and read an answer, please.
Um, well, I will take the opposite. So now, what are some bad work habits people are need to break? I guess we are living in a world that uh, this feeling of working has become a central aspect of our life. So they are competing with everything that we have. Uh, Yesterday on Talk and Talk, we are talking about work also, and we shared some value that, if I'm not wrong, Brazil has the second number of uh, leaving people asking for leaving jobs for healthy relations in psych, psychiatric ways. They are burnout. They are, well, very any a lot of problems related to not dealing with excess of work or excess of the things that can harm. So I believe in my past experience with my former boss. We had an honest talk when he asked to do something that was not my position, not my job, not my function. And I did it a lot in my life. I work in a restaurant. I work in a lot of positions, and I always did a lot of that was not my responsibility. But there's always some kind of conversation. I wanted to do that things in that time, but in this time, I said no. I don't want to do that because it's a want. It's a will. Yes, it's not my obligation to do. It's not my contract to do. And I stand my firm position because I know the kind of professional that I am. I know the kind of responsibilities. I know the kind of a man. Everything. I'm not a child anymore. I'm a man and I'm a professional. And my former boss, it's not the because it I was fired. It was last year. Um, he told me some things that were extremely bad. Like I was damaging my career. I did not respect for the company. I did not respect for him. A lot of things like that. And I listened to that. I said, okay, we can agree to disagree. I respect myself. I am not disrespecting you in any form, and you are asking me something illegal. So he opened his eyes uh, like a black hole. So yes, and I'm not doing that, and something like that. So it's difficult today to people just saying no and make honest agreements about where they are going, where they can not go, and draw lines. Okay, if I want to go more, okay. If I don't want to go more, that's okay too. And we create something that's beautiful, working until late hours, don't have time for family, don't have time to have fun, don't have time to pursue other goals like learning language. You just learning for have some fun, not learning for some job related ideas. learning for learning because studying is good. No, and I guess that's something that it's a bad work habit, putting the work at the center of everything that exists. It's need People need to have life beyond work. Work is just a part of life. There is life, and there is work, and work can be fun. Work can be good. Work can be important, but I think that's important to have a life too, because they are both the same thing, that that can be dangerous, really dangerous.
Great. For me, connecting with part of your speech is one of the most bad work habits, not only at work, but a bad habit is
Mhm.
not saying no. Don't know how to say no. I don't know if you had, if you like to read this kind of books about creating habits, about self-discipline, but the best book I've read in this theme is Atomic Habits from James Clear. And James has a newsletter, and in one of them he was very clear about this. Every time you say no to one thing, you are just saying no to that thing, and maybe to all other things. But every time you say yes, you are saying no to all others. But if you say yes to everything, how can you feel you will do that at the end? You do a good job at the end. So we need to learn how to say no. We need to find the way to say no, as you said in your example, Brandon. And you, Rafael, what are some bad work habits in your
Yeah, the
opinion?
bad work habits. I think something that I will said link it with the question number six, because I think the bad habits we have to stop. So that should do. It's I could not say that think another thing than what's Brando said, and I think that there are another how said yeah, we have in one hand someone that cannot say no. And there are there are moments that the person, even if they should for her health or for his health, they can't, because it's something. For example, it's so easy to me to say I have 32 years old. I'm single. I don't have a kid. So I work in France like a how say that telemarketing operator, because my money how say that I didn't have more money, and I need more time to apply for some positions that I wanted, and thank God I got it. But and at that moment it was a very bad environmental, and I could not say no. It was just how to say that my and even me, that it's just me, but I really depend on the how to say that the money, the salary to live. So something that's a bad habit is when you're superior, and I'm a lawyer, and I had how to say many people how to say that below me, and I think that it's my responsibility, like someone that is a superior in the hierarchy of the company, to take this responsibility. If someone didn't do good his job, it's my responsibility too, because it's myself that how to say that I'm responsible to explain, to see if the person is doing the good thing. So I think we have to stop this culture of abuse in many environmentals, and take our responsibility. If it's fixed to the how say the person that don't have so much power. It's important to say, oh, I made a mistake. But it's even more important, I think, for the superiors. How say that take the responsibility for them, and especially when they are talking with his superior. So it's something that I really don't like it, and I not in this job in France, but in the other jobs in Brazil, I've seen a lot of things like that. So the people don't that just don't take responsibility. It's something that I don't like it in the how say that environmental of work. So this is just something to add, but I totally agree with you. but there are moments when we just can't just say no. So it's at that moment I think that we have to pay attention in ourselves and try to figure out ways to go to another place. But it's hard.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Guys, thank you for the conversation. 9:58. We don't have time for another question. I hope you enjoyed this immersion as much as I did.
Very
I
much.
think the first part of this immersion, we had a rich conversation. So as I told at the beginning, I truly believe that both of you are ready to get approved in English interviews. Feel free to reach out if you feel I can help you in anything. If you wanna talk, wanna share experience, feel free.
Thank
And
you a
last
lot.
but not least, I shared the link of the survey in the chat, and please take some time to give me an honest feedback. It will help me to improve in the hosting role and bring another themes for the upcoming immersions.
Well, thank you a lot, Marcos. Thank you, Brando. It was very, how to say that, good to me to be here, and see you in the next immersion.